Alright. Alright, I'm up at camp. I got a buddy here that wants to me to sharpen knife for him. It's just a little buck knife here. Nothing too fancy or nothing, but this thing's dollar and shit. But for starters, it's gonna be my first sharpening video. I'm gonna try and figure out better ways to camera angles and shit like that. It's gonna be my first one here. Going over some things. Be able to professionally sharp doesn't take a lot of money. It's right here. This is one I have a video on a screwed king water stone. You can see right there it's all cracked. I got acetone on it when I was cleaning up a knife to put scales on it. But if you look up good water stones, it's made in Japan. It's a 800 4000 combination stone made by King. If you look up anything on water stones, King makes some of the best water stones known to man. This stone here is normally like a $26 stone. I bought it on sale for, I think it was around $20, like $19.99 or $20.99. So you can have yourself world-class water stone for not a ridiculous amount of money. So that should be no excuse to get yourself good equipment. Another thing I'd highly recommend, it's made in China, really cheap, is these stone holders. There's normally a piece of rubber in the middle here. It just becomes a pain in the ass. I tossed it. But there's usually a little piece of rubber in the middle, and there's 2 end clamps. That's a stone holder. Most places have them for about $9.99. So what you're seeing right here, with this being on sale, is about $30. With the stone being on sale, or the stone being on sale, plus the stone holder at full price, $10, you're looking at almost about $30 of equipment right here. The only thing that comes from that, and I fold up a couple paper towels underneath. This is because this is a stone I just take with me places because I got it for about 20 bucks. And it's an awesome stone. No doubt about that. When I'm at home and I have my whole setup going, I got a nice little tray. I put this in, the extra water runs around, it's no problem. I usually got a spray bottle, spray more water. Right now I got a little red Dixie cup and a piece of paper towel here, pour some water on. In addition to this stone, you'll also need a Nagara stone, Nagara, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, it's Japanese. This goes with the fine side. The fine side's 4000 grit. It helps flatten the stone, and it also makes a slurry. But I'm just going to let that here in my cup of water with my paper towel I'm using to drip onto the stone. That's really not a lot invested into good sharpening stuff, and I know people spend hundreds of dollars on a knife itself, so why not have it? But actually, the Nagara stone I have is not even made by King. This is made by Ice Bear, which is also a good manufacturer of water stones. Artificial Nagara stone, Nagara, I don't know, made in Japan. So that little stone that's made by Ice Bear. I was looking at, don't have a price on it, but I think this was around $7, $6.95 I think it was. Not a big deal. You can use this stone without it, but they're nice to have. And here's the stone. This stone right here is the box. It's a Samurai Deluxe Water Stone. I guess it's more of a gimmick thing to call it, but it's a Deluxe Water Stone 800 4000. 185 millimeter by 62 millimeter by 25 millimeter. Japanese water stone. Made in Japan by King Water Stones Company Limited, whatever. There we go. The normal price is $27.99. I got it on sale. It was around $20. But still, for under $30, you can have a professional water stone. So, cost really shouldn't. If you're spending $100 on knives, you can spare less than $30 on the stone, even if you buy it at full price. If you're spending all kinds of money on knives. So, the only thing that you're left with here on a good sharpening job is technique, because this is all done by hand. Okay, so starters on most of it is finding your angle. You got to go up and find right where the angle's at. and you tilt it, you usually can feel it, and you'll see that in about anything you see on sharpening. A lot of things I see people don't mention is, well, I see a lot of people sharpening like this, and I've done that for years before I got really good at sharpening. I started doing my stone away from my body. But along from just doing this from different angles, okay, or from whatever angle I'm on, you get more into putting your finger out on the blade here and help putting pressure more where the edge is at. So when you tilt your angle, and you're not pushing back here on the spine, which will push it back this way. Not pushing in the middle. You're pushing right down near the edge. Watch you don't cut yourself. I cut myself the other day sharpening a kukri of mine because I was doing this and I had someone bother me and something went on and I slipped my finger off and I bumped it into there. So you gotta be careful with that. Okay. Get down there, and also when I'm holding back on my hand here, if I can on whatever knife I'm on, I won't just hold it randomly in the handle. I don't just put my fingers wherever. I put my main finger in the front towards, not in the back or the middle. I put it more towards the front, so the pressure is going down where the angle is. Put my other hand, and I usually put like my thumb on the back of the blade, so my finger don't slide. My finger here don't slide. If I grab it, thumb on there, finger onto the blade, like that. Now the main way you'll go then, and then rotate your wrist to go out the tip if that's how the blade's shaped. You've got to go to whatever blade shape you're working with. And then when I come back, I'll put my thumb down towards the front here in the hand that's holding it, and I'll put my thumb there towards the edge, and I'll put my finger on the spine to help me give good control. I don't slide my thumb off it. And do the same thing with the wrist rotation. Now, if I have a knife that's really beat up or chipped, I usually go towards the blade to grind it in to get my blade going. And if it's really bad, I'll do several swipes on each side, keep it about even. And if I really need to grind something in, I will go back and forth. And if I gotta get fast, I do that. But don't try and get fast till you get down what you're doing. Same with the other side. This knife eats grounded pretty good. It's pretty dull. But I'll get it going like that. That'll help me grind it in faster, going both ways. Once I get her ground in close to where I want to be, then I do it pretty much just forward strokes on each side. Keeps everything good and even. It rolls the burr back and forth every stroke. Okay. I don't want to drag this video out too much, but really want to just explain mostly the principles. Yeah, just about any stone you get. If you get some kind of sharpening stone, you should be able to sharpen a knife. Technique will make a big difference, but if you really can get yourself a good quality water stone, and there's decent diamond stones. I got some serious diamond stones at hand. I love them to death. They're made by DMT. Love them stones, stones and all. But if you go for $20-some, you can get yourself a good Japanese water stone. Why the hell not? You're gonna have yourself top-notch equipment. So all you're gonna be left then is learning technique. But when I get it going like that, alright, I don't know, I had an interruption there, so I don't know where I'm gonna edit this to, but I'll take my piece of that here, paper towel, and wipe some water on her. So far we discussed about, even at full price when they're not on sale, this is under $30 for this stone. A couple pieces of paper towel, a Dixie cup, and $7 for a Nagara stone. So equipment is not outrageous for serious top-notch equipment that will give you a professional job. All we're getting down to is technique. So that's what I'm trying to show here, because without technique, you're going to be kind of screwed. Don't think you're going to try and sharpen a knife for the first time and be super duper major, crazy, scary, sharp razor edge. Get a cheaper, shittier knife and try it some until you get to where you can hold your angle. But a lot of this, hold it pretty stout, pushing your pressure on the knife. And just where I'm holding the knife here, and I push my thumb there. Just pushing my thumb there can rotate it up to the edge, and I'm holding that there where it should be. That's a big thing. A lot of people just want to hold it in their hand, where their wrist just rotates whatever fucking angle they want. My thumb right there pushes up, not exactly on the edge, but close to it. So if my pressure's holding it close to the edge and I can adjust just a little bit, it makes it a lot easier to feel right where that angle is. The exact angle isn't exactly important. What exact degree of angle it is. You can go, steeper, pointier angle, make the blade sharper, but it won't last as long. You can go a dollar angle, whatever. This edge you put on it will last longer. That's pretty common, known, and basic, but main thing, I'll get pretty quick here, but I'm good at doing that. Don't expect to do that right off the bat. And that's another thing. If you've really got to grind an edge in and you have problems finding your angle and you don't want to keep going like this, just do that for your last couple swipes. Go in here, find your angle, get back and forth, and just be like a robot. Grind her in there, stay right on that angle. Come to the other side, find your angle. Just let your joints and your wrists just rotate. Just maintain that same angle. Should be feeling a burr here. Yeah, got a burr going there. That's when I'll go in a few times here. One per side. One swipe per side into the edge. Oh, that's great. Somebody's phone gotta be ringing. That is a pretty gay song they got for the ringtone. They're down at the bar, got their phone sitting on the damn counter here. Not on the counter, on the little table over there. Alright. Now I do that. It's getting pretty sharp. The tip I would sharpen it a little longer, but I was trying to do this video. But when I get that going forward and I get me a burr going, I will start. Now I start from the tip here when I strop. I'll bring it back and strop on the whetstone. It helps knock the burr down. It's not necessarily that, not so absolutely neat, especially because I'm still on my coarse stone. Here's 800 grit. Which will give you a pretty decent edge. I probably could edge is a little toothy right now, but it's cutting paper, but it's kind of grabbing because there's still I stropped a little bit, but there's still a burr on it. But it's a rougher, toothier edge. Holy shit. Yeah, once the burr itself can make shit that bad though. Might not even went as far as I need to, but I just need to make this video. But anyway, there's definitely, you get feeling back. Yeah, there's a burr on this side. So that burr's gonna prevent it from cutting half decent. That's why we go to a finer stone. We'll get over here to the 8,000 grit side. A little water on there. It's not necessary, but there's the Nagar stone. Kind of do it on different angles here. There's not precise direct way, and I'm going on the other way. It just helps me hit different high spots and try and make the stone flatter. But I got a little bit of that slurry on there. You see it swipe there, they left a nice black streak. That's steel being removed, but it's so fine, it's, you know, not very much steel. Just enough you can see. It looks like it took a pencil lead across a piece of paper pretty much. When you get going, you can get kind of fast, but I'll do it, you know, each side several swipes. I'm a little too far on that one. Kind of dug in the stone a little hard. A lot of it too, when you're starting out and you're learning, take a couple swipes, stop, get some good light, turn your edge till you can see it reflecting in the light. Look at it, touch it, look at it. Just observe what's happening with your edge. You can see if part of it's hitting here, if it's hitting further that way or that way. And now I'm gonna put a little more pressure this way or that way, higher or lower, in the blade angle. And you know, just observation itself, doing a few swipes and grinding a little bit of metal and observing what happened and where you're at and what's going on. That alone can, just a piece of paper towel here, wipe it off, take a look what's going on. So it's getting high polish there, but it's not quite down to the edge so good. This stone's pretty screwed up there. This whole end here is soft where there's like little chunks of it coming out. Feels like grains of salt. It's actually there's no grit in here nearly the size of a grain of salt. It's actually chunks of it coming out where it's by the crack. Because the adhesive is totally screwed. This is real soft right here. I just dug out chunks of it just by touching it. Which Japanese stones are really soft, but I don't know if the camera's going to pick them up floating at all. Actual piece of the stone. I just was barely holding out fingers, just touched it. It's like softer than chalk in this area. Just sticking a nice knife tip in a piece of sidewalk chalk. It's actually softer than that. Right in this whole area of the stone. It's about a weight. I've pretty much got this much of this stone to work with until I get another one. I'm just going to try and use this half or 2/3, if that. Yay. You'll get used to working the areas that really need it and holding the angle. I'm going to try and get some more in-depth videos then going on about this and in the future, and watch how this video turns out. See how many people are actually interested, and the more that people are interested, the more I'll worry about making more. And also, as I make more, I'll watch over this video and kind of see where I can do better, how the camera angle could be better, stuff like that. Anything I can do that could be a little more helpful to the videos. Anything that would be a little more conductive, constructive, or whatever the hell I want to say. Whatever, make it better. That's what I mean. Alright, thinking of the exact word right now, but anyway, grind a little bit. Get my forward swipes going. when I get the edge close, it's not exactly where I want it, so I'm screwing around. I get it close to where I want, then I'll start. I'll just drop it some. But a lot of things you'll see about putting this here, your finger there, gives you like a pivot and keeps the pressure more on the angle. And it helps you hold your angle a lot better. Now also, as I go, the further I get to the edge I want to be, I do lighter and lighter pressure until I'm barely, this finger's barely resting on it now. I get closer to where I want to be. Okay. I think this edge is exactly where I want to be. That's pretty good though. Probably a few more swipes would be great, but I'm just trying to get a video done here. I'm not trying to screw around all night, waste everybody's time, but just trying to give a few ideas on